You're looking at an active shooter drill put on by the Buena Park Police Department this past February. Community members volunteered to take part in the drill, and it shows them racing to find a safe spot and doing everything they can to keep the gunman away. They were given some pointers first in a classroom environment. So are we prepared if we encounter an active shooter situation? And joining us today is security industry expert Michael Julian. Michael, you're obviously here on a breaking news day. We're seeing this terrorist attack happening right now in Nice, France. We're learning that a truck driver drove into the crowd and came out firing away. So what do we do when we hear these gunshots if we see an active shooter?
Well, Colleen, it really depends on the scenario, the situation. If it's in a classroom, if it's in a boardroom, if it's in a workplace, there's several things that you can do depending on. In this situation, running is the best thing you can do, and pretty much the only thing you can do at this point. If there's enough people close enough to the perpetrator, hopefully they could swarm on him and grab the gun. Somebody's going to die. Hopefully it's not going to be you. You want to minimize it because their objective is to kill as many people as possible in as short amount of time as possible.
So, we have heard this somewhat in the past, but if you are very close to the gunman and if you are surrounded by several people, come up with a plan, try to take that person down. You will ultimately probably save a lot of lives. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that is the fight portion of the run, hide, fight. And if you can't run and you can't hide, you have no choice. You're going to have to fight. And if there's enough people, they can take a gunman down.
How do you hide?
Well, that's a difficult situation. Again, it depends on where you are. The best thing to do is to impede them, blockade, block the door you're at, whatever you can do to stop them from getting in. Again, they want to kill as many people as they can in as short amount of time as they can, so it's the path of least resistance. If it's going to be difficult to get to you, they're going to go another direction and go after someone else.
You're looking at our coverage from the San Bernardino terror attack in December, and people were inside a conference room, and so we know the terrorists kind of bolted right through the door. What do you think when it happens so fast? Do you have a plan beforehand?
The best thing to do is to have a plan, and believe me, right now training in active shooter survival is a very hot topic in my industry, and it's something that ultimately everyone's going to have to do. It's going to be just like fire drills someday for students and in businesses.
If people want to reach out to you, because this is something that you are heavily involved in, how do people reach out to find out? Because I know this is very top of mind right now, being protected and being safe and knowing how to come up with a plan.
Sure. Well, all the guys in my industry have their own plan. I have my own, but there's a lot of them out there. I don't care who they use, but you've got to get somebody to teach you what to do in this situation.
Great advice. Michael Julian, thank you so much for joining us.
My pleasure.
Alex, back over to you.
Yeah, and so topical today, unfortunately, to have him here as well. Thank you for that.